Hello, everyone. Hello. Hang on one second. My cord seems to be caught on something. Yep, this counter incursion was crazy too, Jeremy. Hi, Jeremy. Because she was like, she tried laying in my lap for like 1 second, then hopped off, and then was suddenly on the counter. It was like, did she just teleport up there? Like, what is going on? Alright, sorry about that. Okay, so, guys, we're here. We're back with more SMT4. Apocalypse, I know not the greatest start, but here we go. Our new team going forward. I say new, but we have Azrael. We just beat this boss. This is the boss where I played like a fucking idiot on the second half of. He has 4 faces for some reason. One of them's on his staff. Anyway. The Islamic Angel of Death, said to have 4 faces and 4 wings. Azrael has a book in which he inscribes and erases the names of those who are born and die. His body is covered in eyes. When one blinks, someone in the world dies. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, we read that one. Titania, the Queen of the Fairies and King Oberon's wife. She is based on the Roman goddess Diana. She was later seen as a fairy and was recognized as the queen in Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. Kama, the Hindu god of sexual desire. He looks like a young, handsome man on a parrot. He uses honeybees as his string and shoots arrows tipped with flowers. Poor honeybees. By the god's request, he shot Shiva, but Shiva was angered and burned him with his third eye. Oh. Yaksha, a spirit of demigod status that serves the Hindu god of wealth. It lives in the Himalayas and guards treasure. It is a holy spirit of sorts that lives in other worlds, in the air, in the forest, and underwater. It is known as Yaksha in Buddhism and protects its teachings. It prevents invasions of homes by evil spirits, grants blessings to good, and devours the evil. It is a benevolent god in India, but in Japan it is known as a dreadful man-eating demon that kills men and devours their bodies and souls. I see that's the version they went with, though, because apparently it's chaos. Alright. Quetzalcoatl, an Aztec creator deity known as the Feathered Serpent. He is identified as the sun and also as the god of wind and giver of breath. He created humans by sprinkling blood on the bones of people from a previously created world and acts as guardian of their fertility and culture. Venus is said to be Quetzalcoatl's heart. Oh. Norn, goddess of fate in Norse lore. They lived below the roots of Yggdrasil and weaved the threads of fate, by which even the gods are bound. Orang, said to live in the forests of Bali. It was an evil god whom their people sanctified and made their guardian. Now a symbol of good, it is fated to war with Rangda, the avatar of evil, for all eternity. Yggdrasil, the ash tree known as the world tree in Norse lore. Hey, Faye! Do not pepper spray Azrael, exactly. Hey, Game Over! Welcome! Hi, everyone! Its branches cover the entire Earth, its trunk pierces the sky and holds up several worlds, including Alfheim, the abode of the Light Elves. Its 3 roots stretch into Jotunheim, Niflheim, and Asgard. It is said that it will live through Ragnarok. Black Maria, a holy mother of the dark of Christian descent. The statues in regular churches are usually of the Virgin Mary, but there exist some suspicious black statues. They say these statues have their origin in the Middle East, such as Egypt's Isis and Phrygian Cybele? Frisian? Abaddon, the Book of the Abyss that appears in the Book of the King of the Abyss that appears in the Book of Revelations of the New Testament. He controls locusts and plagues. He leads the seventh order of demons who appear at the sounding of the fifth trumpet on Judgment Day, when he will bring a horde of locusts to make people suffer. His name in Hebrew means destroyer and endless pit. It's thought that his origins lie in the deification of the natural disasters caused by locust storms. Slimes are off. You are correct. Thank you, Faye. I have to turn them off now, and I'm not used to reactivating them. Can you do that? I have seen Pal World. I've looked into it. Everybody's obsessed with Pal World. There's a big thing with it plagiarizing right now, and there's no real proof of them plagiarizing, just design similarities, but like, which I guess in itself could be proof of plagiarism, but it could also just be inspiration from the same thing. So I'm interested to see where that goes. Slime should be back now. There we go. I can tell you that it's upsetting seeing all these people talk about competition for Nintendo when Dragon Quest Monsters, The Dark Prince was so good. Anyway, so that's our current team. I do have some plans to get some other demons, which, by the way, I need to summon back Pendragon.
Welcome to the Cathedral of Shadows, where demons gather.
I might not have enough money for it, but... Oh, I do. Okay. I made a lot of money off Pendragons in this area because they're... most commonly, they're the ones that will give me money just to live. You forgot DQ Monsters 3 even came out. How did you forget it came out? It was so good. So to be fair, it is a Dragon Quest game, so Square marketed it a little bit and then gave up after like 15 seconds, so... Okay, never mind. I answered my own question. Even though it actually apparently sold very well. Over 1 million copies already. Slimes, exactly. Thank you, Faye. I appreciate your reminder. Square released it and forgot about it. I mean, they didn't, but they never... So Square has this thing where they don't advertise much for Dragon Quest, but then they advertise the shit out of Final Fantasy, which is great, because, you know, Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest are my two favorite series, but they're very fond of the whole I did nothing and it failed aspect of marketing. Or we didn't market this at all, and yet nobody wanted it. I guess we shouldn't release any over here in the West anymore. Exactly. Anyway, how was your guys' weekends? Did you guys get up to anything? Game Over brought up Power World. How you guys feeling about Power World? I'm paralyzed. I'm sick. Fuck you, Jerry. Yeek, spare my life. I'll do anything. I'll even become your ally. Okay, become my ally. I'm Jackie Hecaton Chess, which is good because the Jackie species of enemies are really fucking annoying to get to join you. You love it. Game Over loves it. I mean, so a lot of people are saying that it's a competition for Nintendo, but Pokemon will still have its appeal because even with, even though it's rather bare bones, Pokemon has a story, which, you know, has been steadily getting better with its storytelling in the Pokemon games. But so far, it just seems like Pokemon-esque with survival elements, but no real story, is what I'm hearing about the game. Which isn't a bad thing, just... I prefer games that have endings, so I probably won't give it much time, if any. It's the kind of game I would play with friends if they wanted to play, but I probably wouldn't play on my own. Just simply because if it has no real direction other than go out and have fun, then I have other games I can play where I'll probably have fun and I can go out and, you know, do everything. Okay, so it looks like this area is completely no of shit to do. I get that. That's another reason. It's early access. I refuse to play really early access games. Unless someone else buys it for me, because they... more often than not, they just sit in early access for as long as possible, and that annoys the shit out of me. And what will eventually solidify me not getting the game at all is if they release something that you have to pay for while being in early access. Cherub levels up! Alright, I used him to fuse something. I forgot about that. Yeah. I feel like two things are happening here. Devs have started using early access as a means of not having a QA team, which works if you're an indie developer because obviously you don't have a QA team. But I agree that they should have to reapply for it every so often, and if their game sits in early access for too long, it's no longer early access at that point. It's just a release. Like, how long did Ark sit in early access for? Like, it was forever, right? Am I misremembering? And then they announced the second game shortly after going full release, something like that? I did play Ark with some friends. It was bought for me. Why do you moan like that, Titania? So Rangdas are a bit annoying to fight, by the way. Oh, I was going to show you guys. Check this out.
Welcome to the Cathedral of Shadows, where demons gather.
So I made my demon, my Barung here. Hang on, I'll show you. This guy here, right? I made him, and then Rangda joined my party, and I discovered that I can now make this.
Now,
I can't make this yet, but because I'm not level 95, I have to be 95. But this guy here is one of the demons that I really want, because in the other games, he learned really good physical abilities, so I'm excited to see what he teaches me. He's a really good physical demon. and I've been trying to level up to get to that point. So we might be a bit over leveled at this point, but I don't give a shit. Arc came out of early access in 2017. You believe early access should be refundable within a certain amount of time? Do you mean a certain amount of time greater than the amount of time that you currently get when you buy a game? Because right now every game is refundable within a certain amount of time. Like a year. Like I said, a lot of like indie devs use early access, it seems. So I feel like a year would probably hurt them if more than anything. I see where you're coming from, and I do have some agreements with that. A greater period of time. Bukudine. Smirk. What is this? The lights. The resistance to physical as well, but well, I have them paralyzed. I like to hit them with okay, that was good use. Anyway, when they're paralyzed, I like to hit them with mute as well. It prevents them from doing damage to me to some degree. But they still get 3 turns, so. Hey, she leveled up. I feel like this would make developers actually put time into finishing a game if they had to give money back for, or not. Or maybe at the refund period. That's a better idea, because then people aren't just refunding arbitrarily because they need money. Because, you know, I don't think they should be allowed to do it for that reason. But if you remain in early access too long, then oh shit, this happens, and people can choose to. But like I said, though, they people tend to sit in early access a little too long. At least I think so. Camp Ichigaya is fucking... There's a whole bunch of areas to explore here. Okay, and we know that if we go through this door, the other side is locked, so... At least I think. Even if we don't, let's go back over to the elevator. Hang on, there was this staircase over here. Oh, never mind. That door won't open from that side. Okay, it looks like we don't have a choice, as neither of those doors will open from this side. Fuck you, Camp Ichigaya. I have demons. I can break down a fucking door, I think. I feel like I should be able to break down. How did I end up in the basement floor if I went upstairs? Maybe I used the... No, wait. I don't even know. And that's another problem too, is a lot of people seem to misconstrue beta tester and early access. I've spoken to so many people who think that beta test and early access are the same thing, and they shouldn't be. They should be two very different things, but because of this early access fad that's going on with games now, people seem to think that they are the exact same thing. And then they report rather than report bugs they encounter, they get mad and just refund the game. Yeah. What's this? You there? Where do you think you're going? Oh, hey there. These are Barbatoses, I think. You want in? You gotta get through us first. I think these are Barbatoses. Yeah, these guys are Barbatoses. Not that you weakly stand a chance. If I remember correctly, against Barbatos, in the other games, you don't want to use shoot on them. That's a bad. I don't really. Right? Right, fire? Okay, the weak fire. That's one down. Okay, that was a lot less difficult than I thought it was going to be. They had the boss music and everything. Not that devs should get away with dropping a completely unplayable mess on the storefront, but if you encounter a bug, most games in early access have a bug reporting tool. Yeah. I agree. But like I said, a surefire way to get me to not play your game if you're early access is to have paid DLC of some sort before the game even comes out. Another way to do it is rake in over an extremely large amount of money and then release a side game before the main game even comes out. Ayudian Chronicles did this, and while their side game they released is, you know, it's apparently quite good and fine, I'm sure it took away from the effort they could have just put into the main game first. And I can find it reasonable to think that some people would be pretty pissed off to find out that the game that they backed, the money was being put towards something that they didn't back. What is that? What is that? An army of towering angels marches towards the end of the path. The angels in here are a little more badass than the usual brand. Did you expect any less? This is Lucifer's stronghold. Neither the angels nor the demons will hold back. Looks like they're evenly matched. This could go on for a while.
This is bad.
The longer this war drags on, the more Tokyo suffers. We have to end this Armageddon before it spirals out of control. Alright, so this is Lucifer's palace. I think one of these might actually be immune to guns, so let's find out. Oh, he's weak to gun. But maybe it was physical he was weak to. Anyway, this guy here is pretty cool. This is Althiel. He just took over 1,000 damage. Expanse Meat. Kind of like the side game that Mighty Number 9 started working on before Meta Knight. More like Alien Chronicles side game or Star Citizen. It has a side game called Squadron 42 coming out. That's set in the universe of Star Citizen, but yeah. Okay, no. Ice, no. Oh, he's weak to physical and gun. Okay, so it's the opposite of what I thought. But he had no elemental weakness, it looks like. Yeah, it has a lot of issues beyond just that, but that's one of the ones that I've picked out because it irritates the shit out of me. Heard that sound. I think these guys you don't want to hit with lightning. Okay, good job missing, dude. Appreciate that. Oh, that worked out for me. Fire! Fire's their weakness. Fenrir can't move. That said, guys, we are 2024 now. You guys have any games that you're excited about coming out? Me, obviously, FF7 Rebirth, because I'm a huge FF7 fan. Hang on a sec. Jeez Louise, Minicat. Anyway, Rise of Ronin, for sure Rebirth. They're gonna be good. At least I think so. Oh look, I'm back over here. Oh shit, okay. I know some of these guys are weak to guns, so... They're not still weak to gun. Okay, wind works. Try light. Okay, they're weak to light. Yaksha levels up. Forgot Isabel had leveled up, so it's what Dossie. Alright, let's talk to Yaksha. Make yourself cool with this chakra pot. Hey, thanks, dude.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Alright, we got Kama that we're gonna bring back into the party. That's fine, I didn't... Oh shit, what the hell are these? These are pythons. Oh, okay. Doesn't look like any python I've ever seen, but... Let's try... Bufu? Okay, they block ice. Alright, so definitely not Bufu. Wind. Okay, they're weak to wind. That makes some sense, I guess. How do you guys feel about physical? Okay, you don't like it. You don't dislike it either. Alright, how about dark? Indifferent. Alright. Thank you for making my Idrisil smirk. Fog breath. Alright, less than ideal, but not the worst thing ever. Cut, cut. Alright, those are cool. I don't think they were in the first game. If they were, I never ran into them. Toki levels up. Okay, Guys, let's take a break. We'll come back and play some more SMT4 Apocalypse.